Hi, Char. How you doing? Good evening. Hello, River. How you doing? Yep, this is my new time. I'm throwing a party. This is this is my new time. I have made it to the U.S. Going to miss my mornings. I'm sorry. I hope you'll be able to catch me um, at this time, because I was happy that I made it to the U.S. prime time. Hi, Tammy. How you doing? I made the prime time. I'm on prime time now. So, River, I hope you'll be able to still catch me at this time. I'm sorry I won't be on mornings anymore. Hi, Q. Hi. Hi, Joner. Joner. Dark Wolf. Andrew, my man. How's it doing? Prime time. Hi, Sarah. Ashley. I'm on prime time. Prime time. Yay. No more 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh, you're leaving, River? I'm sorry, hun. Maybe I can do a few mornings for a River. I'll try to do a few mornings for you, River. Hi, I'm Hobbs. How you doing? So I would like to talk about I caught the end of Scotty. Hi, my man, my mate. Oh, that thing has been acting up. Um, but I'll try to get it going later. Um, Hello, Photo Felix. How you doing? I see your videos all the time, but I bet you don't even know who I am. But I see you all over the place, Photo Felix. Um, so how is everybody doing tonight? I am so glad to finally be on prime time and not 5 o'clock in the morning anymore. But I, I, yeah, Scott, it's nice not to have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, especially when I have to get up at 5 in the morning, and then I might as well stay up because I gotta take my daughter to school then, and then it's not even worth going back to bed because I'm already up for about 3 hours now. But I caught Poppy's video today. Um, I wish I would have caught it live because um, they got to talking about 9/11. Um, they got to talking about Liner, you working shift. This is my new time right now, but I'll probably do a few mornings for some of the people that can't make this time, just so um, they can see me in the morning because they were like River. She really wants to see me in the morning, so I'll probably do a couple times in the morning for River. Thanks, Ashley. Um, so what? what I missed was when Poppy was talking. She was talking about colors and all that, but after that, she started talking about line snow out your window. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm so sick of the snow photo. We got about 12 inches last night, well, between the last 2 days. And I shoveled the first day, got myself out of the driveway, and now look out there, and that's in front of that's this is my grass, but that's what my driveway looks like right now out there. I can't get out my driveway until tomorrow because I have a dislocated shoulder, so I can't shovel that now. So I gotta wait for one of my friends with a snow truck to come get me out now. I'm so mad. I thought winter was over with and I gotta deal with this crap. But oh well, what are we gonna do? So, anyways, after she got was talking about the colors, um, thanks, Voto. Hi, Martha. How you doing, sweetie? Um, they started talking about the 9/11 bombing and stuff, and I seen Martha was in there, and I just wanted to clear some stuff up. In my timeline, the first bombing that you guys were talking about, that they did the bombing in 93, you guys said the first bombing was in 93 by a truck bomb in front of the World Trade Centers. Now, the first bombing in my timeline what took place underneath the building, not by a truck bomb. The Oklahoma bombing was done by a truck bomb by the in front of the federal building that blew the whole side of the federal building away in Oklahoma. The 93 bombing wasn't that a, yeah, that was the Oklahoma bombing with the truck bomb with Timothy McVeigh did the truck bomb in Oklahoma, the federal building he blew away. There was no truck bomb with the World Trade Centers in 93. That was bombs set up in the basement. And wasn't that towers in the basement? Yes. Photo correct. Towers were in the basement. The first attempt in 93. It was a failed attempt, and that was by bombs set up in the basement, not by a truck bomb. So I was hearing you guys talk about that, but I didn't catch you guys in a real live chat, so I couldn't obviously get into chat about it. Right, exactly, Q. Yep, and um, and then the hi Corey, how you doing? The the real the 9/11 um the 9/11 on the twin towers, that what in my timeline, I believe it not to have been done by bin Laden. I believe it to be an inside job. Bin Laden had nothing to do that to about that at all but be blamed for it. That was a total inside job. Now, that's my timeline. I don't know what anybody else thinks or whatever, but and that's the same with the Oklahoma bombing. That was an inside job also. So, um I just wanted to put that out there is that our government has been getting away with false flags for a very long time. And I am awake to it. I've been awake to it for a long time. And I just woken up to the Mandela Effect strongly in 2016 after near death experience. So that's when I woke up to the Mandela Effect, largely. But I've been awake to our government um, playing these conspiracy games. Uh, Especially now, what now they want to play these gun games and having our kids killed or pretend to be killed. I'm not gonna say either way because I don't know. Um, I don't know what kind of games they're playing with our school kids here, but I know that a majority of them are inside jobs. I think the first couple of them were probably real, but that one I can't go into because I don't really know much about them. I haven't done much research about on them. Yeah, I think yeah, demonic rituals. Yeah, um, this place is so evil. You know, you can just feel the evil in this place. Um, but um, but to what Scott was talking about at the end of his um, thing was he was talking about um, I'm drawing a blank now. What was he talking about? He was talking about different worlds near. Can you share your near death experience? Sure. Um, I was I was feeling really sick. Um, my daughter earlier, my 14-year-old, well, she was 13 then. She had come into my room and told me that I wasn't looking very good, that I should go into the hospital. And I think I just got the flu. I think, I'll be all right, hon. And she's like, okay. So later on that evening, I had to take her back to her mom's for the week. And we trade off every other week. I get her for a week and then her mom gets her for a week. So I took her back to her mom's for the week. And on my way back to my house, there was nowhere to throw up. I don't even know why I'm really having to tell you this part, but um, so I pulled over on the highway and hurry up, and was gonna try to hurry up and get out of the car and throw up, but I didn't make it. As I was pulling over, I had to throw up into the passenger side of my truck, and it's winter time, so when I got back home, I was gonna try to clean it back up, but I went into the bathroom and I continued to puke. So I was throwing up, and I had been sick for a few days, and I hadn't been able to pee either. I noticed that I hadn't been peeing for a couple days either, and my girlfriend at the time told me that I probably should go get checked out because she had a bladder infection, so she thought that I probably caught a bladder infection from her. I think that's what it's called, or I think that's what it's called, bladder infection, something like that. Um, or I think that's what it's called, a urinary tract infection, something like that. So anyways, I continued to throw up, and my UTI, yeah, exactly. So I continued to throw up, and my girlfriend was not expected to come over that night. I did, I don't know how she. Oh, I know now. My daughter called her and asked her to check up on me. So after work, she came over and checked up on me and seen I was in the bathroom throwing up. And she said, "You're going to the hospital." And I said, "No, I'm not." And she knows I don't like going to the hospital. She knows I don't like doctors. She knows that, the whole thing. And so she calls my cousin, who is she's a nurse at the emergency room. And my cousin knows that the guys in our family do not like going to the hospital. So she's like, "I'm not going to be able to tell him, that he's going to have to come. He's not going to come in by me telling him anything, but I'll talk to him." So my cousin Audrey gets on the phone, and I'm talking with her, and I said, "Audrey, I'm not coming in," and she's like, "Okay." So that was it. So I go back to the bathroom, and I continue to throw up, and the next thing I know, my girlfriend was there running a fever. Uh, I don't remember. I might have had a fever. I don't remember. I don't even remember to this day if I had a fever. But um, when I got okay, so when I was throwing up, my I looked up. I looked up, and here my girlfriend had called the police and the paramedics. So here the police are there now, and they're like, "Well, we're here to do a welfare check." And I'm like, "Great." So they go, "Come out here and sit on the couch." So went out and sat on my couch, and I noticed the one cop move over in front of my Christmas tree, and the other cop asked me what month it was, and I could not tell him what month it was, even though I noticed the other cop move in front of my Christmas tree. I couldn't tell him what month it was. Then he asked me who was president, and as much as I hate Obama, I couldn't even tell him who was president. So they said, "You're going to the hospital," and I said, "Okay." I mean, they're gonna handcuff me next. So, um, so I went willingly to the hospital. Um, by the time I got to the hospital, I started totally losing it in the brain. I was not no, I I was not knowing where I was, what was going on. They were trying to get blood out of me. They were trying to get pee out of me. They couldn't get a vein open. They couldn't get any pee out of me. Um, they finally got some blood out of my main jugular. They put the IV right in my main jugular. They thought at first, until they finally got the blood tested, they thought I overdosed on my pain medicine, because I'm on pain medicine for my back and for my nerve pain. So, when they got my blood test back, they found out that I was on the exact dose of my pain medicine, and I was in full kidney failure. So they had to hurry up and rush me to a hospital about 40 minutes away. So they did what they could do at that hospital, and they got me loaded onto the ambulance, and my cousin told them that I have sleep apnea, so they should tube me on the way there. And they said, or the doctor there said, "No, he'll be all right." So from what my cousin told me is that I flatlined on the way there, or red coded or whatever the code thing was called, and she heard over the radio that I had coded. And so so um, I got to the hospital, and uh, I remember waking up, and they were trying to stick that tube down me, and I remember kind of being happy and not feeling anything. I wasn't feeling concerned or anything. Um, I felt nothing, and it was kind of cool because I wasn't. I always said to myself, because I seen them do it to my dad just a year before, and I said, if I ever have to have that done, I'm gonna freak the hell out because I don't like stuff being shoved in my throat. I wouldn't be able to handle it. But as I watched them do it and watched their hands go in my mouth and trying to open my mouth as wide as they could, you know, I wasn't freaking out. It was like, wow, this is weird. I'm just like watching them do it, you know, and I don't know if I was out of my body or what, because I wasn't up in the air or anything like that. I just felt totally at ease, you know, and I just felt everything was gonna be all right. That's all. That was the only feeling I had, and total, just total comfort, just total well-being, you know. Um, and then I must have fell asleep again, and then the next time I woke up, I was on the operating table, and I woke up on the operating table, and the doctor was talking to me, and he said, "Pat, you can't be moving around." And I said, "Please let me up. Please let me up." And he said, "I can't let you up. We're in the middle of operating." And I said, "I won't tell anybody. Please let me up. I need to go." And he's like, "I can't let you up, Pat. We are operating on you." And I said, "Please, I will not tell nobody. I promise." And then I was out again. And then um and then the next time I woke up, I they woke me up for a tad bit, just a little bit, just um to see things, you know, to because my girlfriend came to visit, but I didn't have full conscience. You know, I couldn't really. It seemed like by the time I was starting to come out of it a little bit, they put me back under. So I really didn't have a chance to come to say anything or to get my full, you know, I had the thought in my mind, please don't put me back under. You know, I'm thinking, please don't put me back under. I need to talk to somebody, you know, and so that was it, you know. And then when I finally woke up is when they fully brought me out of the coma. Um, I was in the coma for 3 days, and when I was brought into the hospital, they told me your kidneys are supposed to be at a one. Your I forget what the name of the levels called. At what is um what your kidney level is supposed to be, but the number it's supposed to be is at a one. Um, but my kidney level was at a 15 when I was brought into the hospital, and the doctor said I should have been dead at that point. No doubt about it. They start dialysis at 5, and I was at a 15 when I walked into that hospital. So I was getting different. I was getting different stories on how I was brought in. I walked in. I remember walking in. The doctors were telling me I was on my bathroom floor when they found me, and they brought me in. And I said, "No, I walked in here. I walked into the hospital." And he didn't want to argue with me, but that was the story that he got, was that I was on my bathroom floor and they brought me in here. So I'm like, did I dream the whole cop thing, that taking, these tests and stuff, they just I was passed out on my bathroom floor the whole time, or what? Um and then for a short skit, while I was at the first hospital, I I was dreaming. I guess I was dreaming that I was visiting with some kids from the cancer patient ward, and it was kind of cool because they had colored pictures all over the walls, and I was watching them play and running around and stuff, and this is while I was waiting for the ambulance, and for the ambulance to get ready and stuff. And the net or when I got out of the hospital, when I asked my cousin, I said, "Where's the cancer patient ward here?" And she said, "We don't have one." And I said, "What? Really?" I said, "No, really." I said, "You guys got? Are you sure?" Because I said I seen a bunch of kids that had cancer, and they had uh like a bunch of uh pictures on the walls and stuff. It seemed to me like it was like down in the basement, like you had a ward or something down there. She's like, "Pat, we don't have a cancer ward." And I was like, wow, wow, that really felt real. So basically, that's my whole ordeal. And then when I came home, um, I just noticed everything different, a lot of things differently. And then I noticed that I was on Orion, and I'm like, I'm on Orion. How the hell did I get on Orion? I thought we were from Sagittarius, and I thought that was really weird. And I seen the JFK video, and I'm like, where the hell did all these different views of JFK come from? The Zabruder film. I seen that, and I'm like, this isn't a Zabruder film. Hell no. For one thing, it wasn't in color, but I know that they can put things in color, so I'm like, okay. But there wasn't this many angles of the Zabruder film, and it wasn't in a six-seater car. He wasn't killed in a six-seater car. He was killed in a four-seater car, and it didn't look like Jackie Kennedy did it. I said, if they had this film, Jackie Kennedy would be in prison. In my timeline, yes, it was a four-seater car. I'm like, where in the hell did this come from? I was really blown away. That's when the Mandela Effect just went, whoa, what the hell is going on? I'm like, where in the hell am I? I thought I was dead. I mean, for the longest time, for months. And then I started meeting Scott, Harrison, and MA, and all the people here on YouTube. And for the longest time, I thought I was dead. I don't know. I still don't know. So I'm just kind of living life and waiting for the next thing to happen, I guess, like everybody else. So, but I have never really had. That was my first. Well, I did have one other near death experience when I was. I've never told this one before. I was 13 years old, and it's kind of embarrassing, is why I never told it before. Um, but I guess I might as well tell it now. It's no, you know. Um, Thank you for sharing with us, Patrick. Yeah, no problem. Um, my very first near death experience, I guess you could call it, um, I didn't have any run-ins with ambulance or anything, or was taken to the hospital, so I didn't really think of it as a near-death experience. But when I think back on it, I should have been dead. I really should have been. I was, hold on, let's see. Scott, let's see, some people die without knowing, like victim of a sniper shot or in a bad car crash. Where, okay, nowhere, and wipes you out knowing nothing possible. Yeah, you're right, Scott. I didn't have near death when I was in the hospital, but it's possible I died. Oh yeah, prelim transferred to this earth. Yep. How do you know you weren't hit by a Mack truck? That's that's true, Rain. Fair enough, guys. I'll take that. Oh, I see you guys talking to Dark Wolf. Okay. Okay. Okay, my first one was I was 13 years old and it was winter time and I was from a really small town and us kids were trying to figure out what to do. And my three friends I was with said, "Hey, I know how we can get high." And I'm like, "Okay, how?" He says, "Let's go over to the snowmobiles and sniff some gas." And I said, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, it'll get you high." And I'm like, "Okay." So we go over to the snowmobiles and we take the gas caps off and they start sniffing gas. And I pretend to sniff gas cuz I thought it was stupid. So I pretended to do it and that was it. I left. Probably about a month later, I was with them friends again and another two friends, and they wanted to sniff gas again. So we took a gas container up to one of the friends up to one of the friends' uh in the apartment buildings. They had like down from the apartments they had where you could store your extra stuff in a room, like I don't know what you call them, rooms that you could store stuff in. So we went to Brad's storage room and we all sat in a circle and we a storage place, yeah, a storage room, yeah. So we all sat in a circle in there and we started sniffing gas. And this time I figured I would try it. So I tried it this time and I was like, holy shit. You know, I could hear the telephone wires, you know, just going near 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 near. And I was like, holy shit, this stuff does get you high. So I'm like wow. And so we did it for about 20 minutes or so. They never told me about the fucking headache you get afterwards. Oh my god. I had such a fucking headache. And so anyways, about 2 weeks later or so, my my girlfriend split up with me and I was really upset. I was really upset. I was 13. I was really upset. I was pissed off. So I took a can of gas to my dad's car and I skipped school I sat in the front seat. My dad's a big drinker, and I knew he'd be passed out most of the day. So I sat in the front seat of my dad's car and I sniffed gas the whole day. The next thing I knew, a friend of mine, Brad, it was after school and he was coming through the alley and he seen me laying on the horn and he opened up the passenger side door and he grabbed me off the horn and he helped me up the stairs and got me to my apartment where my dad was at and got me into the apartment. And I tried to make up an excuse. Um, that is, no girl is worth it. Yeah, I know, Rain. I was 13, you know. So, so I tried, the first few words out of my mouth was, Dad, I was working on snowmobiles with, I could barely talk, with Brad, and no sooner did I get my words out, my dad said, "You smell like gas," and he just started pounding the shit out of me. And after he got done beating the shit out of me, he told me to get in the shower. He was taking me to detox, and I'm like, "What the fuck is detox?" And I had no idea what the hell detox was. I was scared, and so I got dressed I took a shower, and he took me about St. Croix Falls, about 40 minutes away from home to detox to this place um, where alcoholics and stuff go. And he placed me in detox. They took me, and I was supposed to be there for 30 days, and I pretty much got kicked out for fraternizing. So, so my dad had to come get me. He was pissed off. So he tried to put me in group home, you know. So, so it seemed like everywhere he tried to put me, I'd be kicked out for fraternizing. Back in the day, I was always, trying to hustle them women, But yeah, I, you know, who huffs gas for 8 hours and is still alive to talk about it? One of my friends who did it back in from that same town, he only did it for like 3 hours and he's got total brain damage. So I mean, the guy can't even talk. A lot of my friends said my speech slowed down. So that could be from, but I think, I don't know. I think I'm very intellect. Yeah, I think I've been very blessed. I'm here for a reason. Obviously I'm here for a reason. I don't know, maybe this is the reason I'm here. Is the Mandela Effect, everything. And I was gonna say, oh, have any of you guys ever thought of all your lives you've known something was important or going to be important in your life that you were supposed to be something um like did you all know that I always had a feeling that I was going to be at the end of times, that I was going to be here at the end of times, and I was going to be a part of something. Now, I didn't, I, there's a part of me that didn't really believe that, but there was a part of me that told me it's true. Yeah, a lot of you guys felt that way, didn't you? Yep. Yep. Ever since I was a kid, too, I always felt I'm never going to die. I'm never going to die. I'm going to live to be a long, never going to die. And I don't know why I ever thought that. It's weird that I would, as a kid, think that. And I could have died many a times. And I'm still here. Yeah, exactly, Kathy. And now is the time. We're being called for something. I gotta read Scott's. Politician was always told I'd be someone important, but I got the hell out of the game. Too many devil worshippers for my liking. Yeah, Scott, because you're being called for something much more important than politicians. That's where I thought I belonged, was somewhere in the politician game or in law enforcement, but I fucked myself up in my early 20s. I went down the wrong path for law enforcement in many politician areas. So, I, was a felony, you can't really be a politician. You can, I mean, I could now because it's been 20 something years since my felony, but now I could be, governor or something like that. But that I know I'm much more, you know, I'm being called just like Scott. We're all being called to for something bigger. Um, I fucked up big time. But now I know why it was my way out. I suffered for it for years, but now I know why. All of our paths lead us here now. We're this is our exactly. Yeah, I think I was fucking set up, to tell you the truth, but there's not much I can do about it now. I mean, this is 20 something years ago, but it's something that I still suffer with. I still suffer from it today. Now it's time to start. You know, um, my son's a cop, and it's kind of weird, to tell you the truth. But it's like I can't own a firearm. I can't, I can vote now, but it sucks. But I'll tell you, if I wanted to get a firearm, I would get one if I needed one. But I don't need one, you motherfuckers, because I have God and Jesus Christ on my side. So take that, government. What does Scott say? I think we feel the need to tell others because we know how we felt when we first came across this. We all have a heart and just want to help people. I agree, Scott. I'm actually pretty proud of myself. I haven't been in a lick of trouble since I was 22 years old. Prelim, I never considered having a gun. If reality becomes that way, I just don't want to be here. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's like I sometimes get freaked out about, we're being told how America's going to be taken over and we're going to be taken to FEMA camps. I'd rather fight my way. I'm not going to be taken in no FEMA camp. I'll tell you that. Hi, Ration. I have subscribed to you and really enjoy listening to you, brother. Oh, thank you, Photo. Thanks a lot, Photo. I appreciate that. High Rationality, 25. Rat, 25. Vanessa. Van Halen. The more we are attacked, the more I realize that we are on the right path. Yep. They can take my head first. That's what they plan on, I guess. Talking about them guillotines and stuff. I always walk around with a loaded gun in my in my pants. I find I finally carry it, but I'm not allowed to take it out in public. I love it, Scott. Yeah, if you didn't notice, sun being huge. I've been meaning to show it in my live stream, but hey, Adam, how's it going? If you didn't notice that when I was waving the flag, when I said I'm on prime time, I was waving the flag. I have the upside down flag. I put my flag upside down because America is under distress, and that's what the upside down American flag means. Is America is under distress, and that's what we are. We have been under distress since Obama took over. Actually, since Bush has been in, we've been under distress for a long fucking time. But we are way, way, way over under distressed. Here, my only fires blanks. It was going fine until Trump came. Well, prelim, I don't know. Until he fired them shots into Syria, I agree. I have to disagree with you, prelim. Until he fired them shots into Syria, now I can agree with you because I was with Trump until then. Hey, man, how's it going? I for sure don't believe we should have fired them shots into Syria. I believe that was a false flag. That Syrian gas thing going on. Um, Trump didn't even give it time to be investigated. So I think that was a false flag just to try to start a World War III. It's almost like Hillary's in the White House right now. You know, I don't know what they got over Trump, but I still need to have faith in him. He is the best thing that has happened to us ever. He is. He is the best thing that has happened for a very long time. But whatever is going on with him right now, he's got to fix it. He's got to stand up to them. He's got to. He took the job, and he's got to believe God's on his side. He's got to believe it. Hey, Adam. Plenty of flags need waving upside down. Thank you, Adam. Down. World in distress. I totally agree, Adam. Prelim, you voted for Sanders, but Sanders wasn't even in the run. Hillary took his ass out. I believe if Hillary didn't take his ass out, he would have beat Hillary. And we probably would have had Sanders as a president. But you can't vote for somebody who wasn't in there to vote for. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, Prelim. You wanted Sanders in there. I honestly believe that God put Trump in there. Well, y'all, I'm gonna run for now. I love y'all. Of you, and thanks again, Pat, for being here to share with us all. Love and prayers, bro. Take care, Photo. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you later. Have a nice night, Photo. Sanders was the best choice. His campaign was sabotaged. Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. They beat his ass up. They made him scared. He stopped campaigning. They beat him up. They literally beat him up. I think they put whoever they want to put in there to get us the New World Order. That's the way they used to do that, but they didn't want Trump in there. They did not want Trump in there. They tried to stop Trump from going in there. You could see how they were trying to, the whole campaign, they did not want Trump in there, and you could tell by the media. You could tell how they were running the media. They did not want Trump in there. So that Trump got in there on his own and by the people. Trump was not supposed to get in there. You know who took Sanders out of it was Hillary. Hillary and her team. Presidents are selected. I agree. They have been selected throughout all of time. But up until this point, you could tell by the media they did not want Trump in there. They were bashing Trump the whole way. They were putting him down left and right. They were not giving him a slick bit of airtime. They were just beating his ass down left and right. That was just a facade. No. Oh, well. Whatever. It's done and over with. I'm not going to go on about politics. This is not about politics. This is about something bigger. This is about The Mandela Effect. This is about all of us. This is about Jesus Christ. This is about God. This is about love. This is not about fucked up politics um, that's just gets in our way and off the subject. Yeah, exactly. This is spiritual, and I gotta stop it. I'm not getting into politics. I don't want to do politics anymore. I don't give a shit about politics anymore. I used to be a big football fan. I'm done with football. I don't done. Not me anymore. I'm more about spiritual, more about the Mandela effect, more about you guys. I have too much to care about and too many people to care about, and that's you guys and God and Jesus. So let's not get into politics. All right. Thanks, E-Man. I love you guys. Matter of fact, my time is almost up. 3 more minutes and I am going to lay down. Uh, but this is my new time. Done with the old things that don't matter anymore. Exactly. I'm done filling my life with stuff that don't matter. Yep, I love all you guys. God bless you, Prelim, or Patrick. Same as me. No, this ain't no gang signs. I don't know what I'm doing. What does mean? What means I love God and everybody else? Um, the heart, the heart where you got two eyes in it. I love God and Jesus. This is my regular time now at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock Central. I used to be on at 5 o'clock in the morning Central, but now this is my new time. I have made prime time. M. Hobbs, great stream, Patrick. Thank you very much. You look so much more rested. Thank you. Nobody better but in at this time slot. Well, thank you, Q. I love you, Q. Thanks, Joner. Joner. I wish you could talk to me, Joner, because I need to know whether your name's Joner or Joner. Or you just want me to call you Big J. The last is okay. Joner or Joner? Joner. Night, Scott. Love ya. Night, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow if you guys are on. All right. You all have a good night. Night, Q. Night, everybody. No snoring. I'll try not to. Good night, y'all. Who's next? I think I want to say Martha comes on at 11. I don't know who comes on on. I don't think anybody comes on after me. Nobody until 11 o'clock, and that's Martha. Okay, good night.